Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Saba Show. Today we've got the final round of the regular season of the Dice Footy Championships. There are still 10 teams to claim 8 final spots. You can see that pretty much from 6th place below, they are not locked in. So, we've got a few games that are going to basically dictate what we will see in the next couple of weeks. Some teams have top 4 spots locked up as well. Those are the results from last round as well. So there you go. We've got some big games ahead. So if you enjoy this one, like and subscribe. And let's hop right in. Seeing that the actual fixture for round 23 in real life hasn't been decided yet, we're just doing it in any order. And we're going to start with the big fixtures first up. Brisbane taking on Melbourne. Brisbane have got a final spot, but obviously we'll be trying to get 4th position. I don't remember if that's possible, but the D's, well, they need to win because as we mentioned a few minutes ago or a few moments ago, there's 2 teams that are vying for a final spot outside of the 8. So the D's could easily take their spot, and at the moment it's not looking good for them. And with a blowout, it could put them at an even bigger risk of losing that top 8 spot that they have been holding down for quite a few weeks. That's a better quarter by them, but their defense wasn't great. Their defense, whatever you want to say. Brisbane, last quarter's pretty good by them, or good enough. They're going to need to kick a huge score here. They're going to need to kick 6 goals to 3 to win Melbourne. They've kicked 6 goals. This could seal their finals, and they've done it. Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious, that's going to set up a grandstand finish. The D's win by 2 points, and that has pretty much sealed their top 8 hopes. And next up, we have an absolute ripper of a game. It's Carlton Collingwood 9th versus 10th. A win by one of these teams will see them in the 8 momentarily, and it will also see another team be eliminated from contention. The Pies will be leading at the first change. We had a brilliant game last time, but now we've got another great game to follow it up. So far, the Blues, that second quarter could cost them in the end, but luckily the Pies did not capitalise on the advantage. 1 goal, 1 lead at the half, and the third quarter by the Blues has not been great. So they're not really playing themselves into finals contention here, and it looks like the Pies may have sealed the deal with that third quarter. They're only up 25 points. The Blues are going to need a big last quarter here, and their finals hopes are over. And as a Carlton supporter, I'm not happy about it, but Collingwood supporters, you would be very proud. And look, that last quarter, basically says you deserve it. The worst to the best in that last quarter. And the Pies win big. We've got the Dreamtime clash up next. It is Essendon taking on Richmond. This is a dead rubber. Both teams have been pretty poor this season. Richmond is second from the bottom, so they will be looking for a bit of consolation late in the year. Go out with a bang. At the moment, it's looking pretty tight. And Essendon's second quarter is not doing a lot to trouble the scorers. The Tigers kick 3 goals, 1, and they lead by a goal at the main break. And the third quarter sees the Bombers advance to 10 goals, 10. And Richmond, well, let's see what they can respond with. 2 goals, 4. So it looks like, it's much the same for Richmond at the moment. They're down by a couple goals, or 1 goal, should I say. And that last quarter's given them a big opportunity to win this game. After the Bombers have pretty much led at every change. And Richmond, well, they've had a pretty bad year, but they're going to go out with a win, and the Bombers, well, disappointing for them. Next up is a lopsided fixture. It is Geelong taking on West Coast. West Coast obviously will want to be taking the win here. Could dictate who they play in week 1 of the finals. And, well, at the moment they haven't started greatly. Geelong, well, they've been improvers in recent weeks, so they could cause an upset again. And at the moment, it's looking very, very possible to be that way. 77 points and a half is wonderful. And the Eagles are already down by about 39 points. So it's going to be tough to come back from this. The Cats already have a ton in 3 quarters. And it looks like the Eagles, well, they're still in the game, but it's going to be very, very tough from here. And Geelong, well, they can finish off with 3 goals, 5, which I think, you know, gives them a win here. It most definitely does. West Coast will be looking to, you know, not lose too much percentage. I don't think it's going to be heavily influenced anyway by ladder position, but Geelong create an upset in the final round. So that's very good by them. All right, this game is huge. If Fremantle don't win this game, I'm pretty sure they are not making finals. GWS, you know, could be there to spoil it for them. They have done it a couple times this season. I do believe they beat the Dogs last week. I could be wrong. I don't remember actually, but at the moment it's looking a bit tight. And going into the second quarter, 1 point lead for GWS, but they don't have a very good quarter. Kick the absolute bare minimum, and Fremantle will be looking to take advantage. They are 7 goals, 5 at the half. They're looking pretty positive, pretty optimistic that they will make finals. However, another twist, GWS kick 40 in the quarter, and Fremantle have a little bit of scoring pressure, but they do very well themselves, and they lead by 14 at 3/4 time. Here we go. GWS need a big score, and they do get a score that can see them with the win. Fremantle are going to need to kick 21 points to make finals. Here we go. Could come down to the final roll. I mean, it's so scripted. It happened with the Collingwood game. They kicked 6 goals. And, or the Melbourne game. Why did I just get rid of it? Here we go. 3 goals, 1. We'll see them fall 1 point short of making the final series. Unbelievable. They were up at nearly every single break, bar 2. Quarter 1 down by 1, and on the final siren down by 1. How agonizing for Fremantle. Collingwood sneak in. We've got Hawthorn taking on the Bulldogs, and this one's a little bit more low-key than the last game. The Bulldogs really have nothing to play for. They've already got top spots sewn up. And for Hawthorn, this is just a consolation game. Like many other teams have been playing for the last few weeks. And Hawthorn, well, they aren't playing a very good brand of football at the moment. And the Bulldogs, well, they look like they're going to win this game pretty damn convincingly. They're already up by about 44 points after 2 quarters. And as we go into the third, it's not getting any better for Hawthorn. They've kicked 4 goals, 14. And the Dogs, well, this could be a huge win, but that third quarter has sort of cancelled that out. It's still going to be a pretty big win, let's be honest. But, yeah, Hawthorn will be sewing this game up, it looks like, with 3 goals, 2. And the Dogs, well, they're going to be winning the game overall. And, yeah, it's been a pretty good performance by the Bulldogs to close out the round and go into the finals with some momentum. And now we have another game which will indicate double chances for both these sides. If North win, they get a double chance. If Gold Coast win, they will seal their top 4 spots. So North have started really, really well, and Gold Coast, well, not awful. They did hit the scoreboard, but the accuracy is costing them a little bit early on. And, well, North have just come out fit and firing. They have been the team this year renowned for kicking 20 goals in a game numerous times. And at the moment, it is looking like it's going to be North's game to lose. And the third quarter, well, they've kicked already 100 points. So Gold Coast are going to need to kick the absolute maximum here. And that's not going to do it. And I do believe the game is already over. Actually, if North kick 1 goal 1, which, I mean, the odds of that happening were very low. If they kick 1 goal 1 and Gold Coast kick 6 goals 6, it would have been a draw. And it wouldn't have helped North. But right now, it's an absolutely huge win for North Melbourne to close out the season. They win by about 54 points. And Gold Coast have lost their top 4 spot. Another dead rubber here. It is St Kilda taking on Sydney, and St Kilda start pretty well. 4 goals, 6 by them. And Sydney, can they return the favour? Yes, they can. Accuracy is helping them a lot there, despite having less shots than the Saints. And the second quarter, wow. St Kilda are not helping their cause at all. And Sydney, well, 2 goals 5 by them, so they sort of catch the inaccuracy bug. And third quarter, let's see what the Saints can do. 5 goals 6 is pretty good. They've kicked the absolute maximum behinds to this point in the game, and that may cost them in the end, but it looks like the Swans have just slowed down significantly in the last couple of quarters, and it has let the Saints in with an opportunity for 4 points. The Saints have kicked the absolute maximum of behinds. 6 behinds in every single quarter. Will it cost them in the end? And it absolutely won't, because Sydney have had an abysmal final 3 quarters, and it will be St Kilda picking up the win here to end off their season on a high note. Final game of the round will dictate where Port finish on the ladder. If they win, they go up into second, and if they finish, or if they lose this game, they will be finishing where they currently stand in third position. At the moment, it is the bottom place Crows who had a very poor start to the year. They sort of picked it up in the middle portion and have dropped off once again at the end. They've started pretty well in this game, but you know, probably not very sustainable given they're the 18th place side in the league. Third quarter is pretty good. Port Adelaide advanced to 94, and it is the Crows going to 81. So Port, they're in the box seat and they need a big score, and they absolutely get that. They kicked 20 goals. It seems like the magic number for goals this season. If you can get that, best believe you're winning games. And the Crows, well, good fight shown by them in the end. They kicked 100 points, but unfortunately not enough firepower, and the Power will be in second position for the postseason. Alright, so that is the end of the season. This is the ladder. Collingwood left it till late, but they have made the top 8 and thus finals. Fremantle missing out by an agonising 1 point loss and a draw outside of the 8. So 2 things could have gone their way, which they didn't. Carlton and St Kilda, well, they didn't make the finals either. West Coast dropped to 3rd. Port Adelaide move up to 2nd. North enter the top 4, so they will be getting the double chance, the elusive double chance. Gold Coast will have to settle for an elimination final against Collingwood. But yeah, Brisbane and Melbourne are going to be playing each other for the 2nd week in a row in the first week of the finals. So yeah, it'll be the Bulldogs taking on North, Port taking on West Coast, Brisbane taking on Melbourne, and Gold Coast taking on Collingwood. If you want me to do semi-finals and the prelims in the same week, let me know. The qualifying finals will do by themselves. But if you did enjoy this one and you have been enjoying the season, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. We had one heck of a round, 2 games that basically dictated the top 8 in this round. The Brisbane-Melbourne game decided by 2 points. The GWS-Freo game decided by 1 point. And some other fixtures that sort of moved the table around a little bit. But yeah, that's everything. Hope you enjoyed this one. Drop a like and subscribe, as I said. And we'll see you next week for week 1 of the Dice Footy Championships final series.